Mist hangs heavy over the Thames as dawn breaks, church bells echoing faintly across the dark water. Footsteps approach on the cobblestones, disturbing the silence as the river flows relentlessly. On the muddy bank, a young woman lies still, her soaked clothes clinging to her form. Her hand clutches a vibrant red ribbon, a stark contrast against the mud and her pale skin. It was a cold dawn when the River Thames surrendered one of its secrets. The narrator whispers. The flowing water whispers secrets as the city awakens, oblivious to the drama on the riverbank. Inside 221B Baker Street, a harried Lestrade enters the chaotic study, disrupting the quiet tension. Holmes, a silhouette against the London skyline, stands motionless, awaiting news. Lestrade's voice breaks the silence. Mr. Holmes, we've found something rather unusual. Symbols, you say? Excellent, Holmes murmurs, his curiosity piqued by the strange ribbon. Lestrade carefully hands the ribbon to Holmes, a silent exchange heavy with unspoken dread. Holmes examines the ribbon with his magnifying glass, his brow furrowed in concentration. Under a weak sun on the riverbank, Holmes and Watson stand near where the girl was found, the air filled with the cries of seagulls. Wrapped in a blanket, the girl sits on a stretcher, her eyes wide with fear as Holmes kneels, examining a mark on her wrist. Holmes asks softly, "You're safe now, miss. Tell me, where did you get this ribbon?" The girl whispers, They said it was a sign of loyalty. A test I tried to run." Holmes. A secret society, perhaps. Criminals using symbols of loyalty like this red ribbon to mark their victims. Door creaks open. Faint sound of machinery, dripping water. Following the coordinates hidden in the ribbon, Holmes and Watson arrived at an abandoned textile mill outside London. Inside, spools of red thread hung from the ceiling like veins of blood. Watson, uneasy. "This place feels wrong, Holmes." Holmes, whispering. "Wrong, yes, but clever. The perfect cover for counterfeiters, smugglers, or worse." Footsteps, two men approaching, voices whispering. "Smuggler 1, we send the next shipment tonight. The ribbons go to the docks." Smuggler 2, "And the girl?" Smuggler 1, "She saw too much." Holmes's hand tightened on his cane. Holmes, quietly. "That, Watson, is our answer." Sudden noise, crates falling, footsteps running. Holmes and Watson leapt from the shadows. Chaos erupted. The smugglers fled through the back door, but Holmes moved like lightning, blocking their path. Holmes, shouting, "Stop! Scotland Yard will be here in minutes. End your game." Struggle, punches, rope snapping. Within moments, the criminals were subdued. Holmes, untied. A crate, marked with the same red ribbon inside, were stacks of forged government bonds. Watson. Forgery, then. Precisely. The red ribbon marked their false shipments. And the girl, poor soul, tried to warn them. Her silence saved her life. Fire crackling, teacup clinking. Later that night, Watson wrote in his notes, Holmes solved the case before the ink of the police report was dry. The girl recovered safely. The criminals were arrested. And Holmes? He simply stood by the window, lost in thought. Holmes, quietly. Strange, Watson, how one small ribbon nearly tied up the fate of half of London. Watson, smiling. Another victory for logic. Holmes. Not logic, Watson observation. The world is full of clues. Most people simply forget to look. Soft violin theme, rain fading outside. And so ended another mystery in the chronicles of Baker Street. A red ribbon, a silent girl, and a whisper of conspiracy that vanished into the London fog. But even as peace returned, Holmes's mind was already moving toward the next case, the next clue, and the next shadow in the city of secrets.